Welcome to my second video forecast. Hopefully it's going to be better than the first one. I know I had a lot of problems in the first one, but I got some great feedback from everyone. Thanks for that. Hopefully I'll take those ideas on board and give you a bit more shorter, punchier forecast in future. Today I'm fishing down Portland Bill, bit of lure fishing session. Hopefully catch a late bass. There hasn't been many around. The boats are getting them, but shore fishing for them has not been good at all. Having said that, some really good pollock fishing, garfish are around, and we had some mackerel yesterday as well. So I'm hopefully get at least some of those species. Bass would be a major bonus. As far as the rest of the week's going, I think conditions are certainly better than they were last week. Forecast for the weekend is pretty light winds, so that's going to give you a good chance to fish a number of marks, including Chesil. Obviously, I think the main target is going to be cod again, but there should be, and I have certainly heard of some this week, bream still. You know, I know it's late, but down in Dorset we tend to get the bream till much later than anyone else, so November's not an unusual time to catch bream. There's definitely a lot of garfish and mackerel still on the beach. One of the guys was telling me he had 20 the other day. You know, for this time of year, that's pretty good. So, you know, hopefully you have a good week. This week's tip is probably going to be a lure fishing tip, but I'm going to go and join a couple of friends down there at the moment. In fact, I can see one into a pollock now, so I'm going to go and join them and you know, have a good week's fishing. Thanks. So, Tony, I've just come down to see how you guys have got on, and it looks like you've caught something a little bit different, and what I sort of would class as special.
Oh, right.
It looks to me, if you bring it in a little bit, and I'll just hold it for you. Oh, this is an alias or a twait shad. I'm not quite sure which one it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I've noticed you've got it on a little one of those. What's that lure? It's
I've got no idea. It's
I do.
First time I've
First time you use it.
First time I've been spinning.
Oh, it really is.
fly man.
You're a fly man. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, you've just been introduced to an unusual species. It's either say an alias or a twait shad, and you're actually using a Fiiish Black Minnow. So that's a little shore one.
Yeah.
I'm going to let this guy go
Yeah.
because these are protected species. But well done. Excellent.
Well done.
So I'm with a former client of mine, Bob, who we went fishing with last year. So I just had a quick look over the top there and see you were catching some fish. So what you had so far?
Pollock at the moment.
Pollock.
And yeah, my mate's had Alice shad.
Yeah, it was a twitter and Alice shad.
And we've been fishing the black minnows.
So both of you fished the black minnows?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's funny enough, I brought some down, a selection down today. Quite a few different colours, as you can see.
Right.
I've not had any success with them, but obviously you have.
Yeah.
I must be doing something wrong, so hopefully
Well,
I'll watch you, have a look, see what's happening.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm going to give them a go, and what we're going to do as part of the show this week is we're actually going to do how to rig them, because they are a bit of a pain to rig, aren't they?
They are. That's it. But they're excellent little weedless lure. Excellent.
Brilliant.
Really lifelike. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll have some fish. It's pretty rough down here, a little bit dangerous. I've got my RBB flotation vest on.
Yeah.
I noticed you haven't got anything.
I know, yes, and I really should be wearing something.
Yeah, well, it is, and it's a feature I'm going to be doing in a couple of weeks' time. So keep an eye open for that, and
I will do.
hopefully we'll have a safe trip.
That's it then, Sean.
Catch something on,
thank
mate.
you.
So this week's tip is how to rig Fiiish Black Minnow. It's got a very good reputation, but they've also got a reputation of being very difficult to rig. The soft plastic body makes them quite easy to tear, so when you're rigging them, take care. Because they're so difficult, I've actually asked Paul from Chesil Bait and Tackle if he'll show us how to do it. So what you need, obviously, is a jig head, the body, and a hook. So place the jig head upside down at this stage into the body, making sure you don't rip the body with a hook retainer. take your hook, comes in the pack, spin that upside down, and then twist it on the retainer so it sits nice and tight against the body. That's one of the tricky bits. The next tricky bit is actually turning the body without ripping it. So carefully turning it round the hook retainer and turning the hook at the same time. Just line the two up. So now we've got it like that. We just need to find the hole the hook goes through at the bottom of the slit. So purpose made, designed for the exact size hook. Just slip it through, and once you've done it, it lays across the top of the lure, and there you have one lure rigged up. So I'm going to show you that again in more detail. So there we go, jig head into the top of the soft plastic. You can see the hook retainer. Take your hook, put it onto the hook retainer, twist, and it will just fit nicely at the bottom of the hook retainer. Okay, now make sure that that top of the hook retainer doesn't rip the soft plastic as you twist it. So it looks a bit fumbly, and it does take one or two tries to get it going, but once you've got it, it's fairly easy. So I'll just show you the hole where the hook's supposed to go through. You can just see it there. So just make sure you get the hook through there again without tearing any of the plastic alongside it. And once it's done, the hook sits along the top of the lure, making it weedless. So thank you very much, Paul.